Hello everybody and welcome back to On Point HQ and a quite frankly very lovely, warm, sunny bank holiday here in Cheshire. It's actually been quite a lovely day so far, just a shame I'm cooped up inside. But I thought I would just do a very quick update video on what I've been doing recently and also what I intend to be painting for the rest of the week. So up first is some more of my early war bolt action French. As I mentioned in previous videos, this is an old army of mine, old project that I'm currently repainting because it looked a bit naff. It was a whole just different colours, different paint schemes, different techniques, and it just looked bad, which is a shame because it's a really lovely army. But what I'm doing, it's Operation Restore. Which it just generally involves repainting and putting new paint jobs on. What I'm finding is that I wish I hadn't been quite so lazy and I wish I'd actually stripped the miniatures before repainting them, because the ones that have been previously painted, yeah, they're looking a bit gungy with an additional layer of paint on. But I'm not gonna let it get me down, because the way the army's turning out, I'm really liking it. It's looking the way I wanted it to look. So I thought I'd run through exactly what I've completed over the last week or so. So what I'm going to do is just chivvy around with the camera. Let's make it a bit better. Okay, so first off is... Here we go. So this is an anti-tank rifle team. So this had been previously painted. So this has been given a completely new paint job. To bring it in line with the rest of what I've painted. It's been mounted just on a plain MDF base. Really simple paint scheme. Again, if you've seen my videos, you know that I stick to a really simple limited palette, so I don't use many paints, washes and very basic highlights. But with these guys, I'm going a bit overboard with the base. If you see the previous video with a 75mm gun, I didn't hold any punches back with that base. That was a monster base, and I think I'm going to be doing that for the rest of them moving forward as well. I think it's really tying them together. As you can see, the static grass, some clump foliage. We've got some fallen trees, a smashed up tree there, but yeah, I'll turn out quite well. And at the same time I did that, I also completed the sniper team. Again, these have been painted previously, weren't really in line with the rest of the project, so they've been given a fresh paint job in line with everybody else. Again, same basing techniques, just a bit of static grass, built up, look at the clump foliage around there, make it look like they're lurking behind a hedgerow somewhere. Again, small base rather than individual ones. I just prefer my teams based this way. Maybe it doesn't bring anything from a gaming perspective, but from an aesthetics point of view, I think it just ties the arm together a bit better. But there we go. Actually, a big shout out to Warlord Games. I actually put these two guys here on Twitter, and they very kindly retweeted my post. And yeah, I've been in contact with loads more painters out there. As someone who doesn't really use technology and was quite fearful of using Twitter, it's actually been really good. I'm seeing some fantastic stuff on a daily basis, and yeah, so big thanks to all the games for doing that. Very generous, and I really appreciate it, guys, really do. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description to the video below. I generally post about what I'm up to and also what I'm listening to. So if you like wargaming and you like music, yeah, come follow me on Twitter. So the next thing was my HQ unit. So here we have the Grand Fromage himself, the first lieutenant. Again, he was painted previously, so he was just completely repainted from the ground up. I don't know if the kepi that he's wearing is historically accurate for the colours. I just wanted something just to really stand out on the tabletop, so red and blue, can't really go wrong with that. Again, a very basic colour scheme. And here is his assistant. So he's armed with a a submachine gun, and festooned with equipment as the rest of the French tend to be. As you can see, the bases, clump foliage and static grass, just to tie them in with the rest of the project so far. Here we have, this is a spotter. This will be a spotter for the medium mortar team. Now he's actually from the second 75mm artillery gun, or artillery piece rather, that I had. I ended up with, I think he shouldn't have been in there. He was an additional figure, so I thought, well, he's got binoculars. He will do very well as a spotter for my medium mortar team. Again, same colour scheme as last time, so green brown for the most of the uniform, saddle brown for the leather part of the webbing, and just olive grey for the green parts and the helmet. Again, basing to tie it in with the rest of the army. The last from the sort of the HQ is the medic. Now this guy's been affectionately christened as as Captain Vino because of, I think he's meant to be running undercover for from shell fire, what have you. But we decided he looks like he's got a hangover. He spent the night on the cheap plonk, and he's like, but that's the medic, Captain Vino. It's actually quite a funky looking figure, actually. I really do like it. He was very, very easy, very basic to paint, not much to him at all. And the rest was this. I'm not going to go through them all. The first completed infantry section. Again, these were painted 4 years ago, and what I've done is I've just given them a complete repaint to bring them in line with the rest of the projects. Everyone has a uniform colour now, and yeah, I think they've turned out quite well. Like I say, I wasn't too minds where to completely strip them back to bare metal and start again, but yeah, I just thought I'd carry on as the way they are, and no, I'm quite happy with how they've turned out. I think when the project itself is completely finished, I think it's going to look quite good, with the basing and everyone looking the same. I think it's going to look really pretty okay. Once we've had our lockdown, our quarantine lifted, me and Ian are planning on some early war bolt action games. He's got quite a sizable German blitzkrieg army, so we're going to be playing some games of early war bolt action. So that's what I've painted. What am I going to be up to this week? So more French, but I've been watching a couple of channels that I've been working on American Civil War. So Johnny Watson and King Matt the Superior. These dudes have been working on 6mm American Civil War. Now I've been working on, well, it's taken me about 4 years on and off to work on my 10mm American Civil War. But this week I decided, no, I'm going to make a concerted effort to really make a start on these. Now these were painted quite a while ago. You may have seen them. I did a tutorial video last year on how I go about painting these. But these are my 10mm Pendraken Confederate American Civil War project. I've not really got into it, but I've decided that no, I'm going to really crack on this week and make an effort to make a real punch into these. I think I've only really got 2 regiments to finish. Everything else, the cavalry and the artillery, is all pretty much painted. It's just the infantry that I need to do, and I've got to base a few mounted officers as well. But that is going to be my vow for this week, to do a lot more on my 10mm American Civil War. So that's what I've been up to. I hope everyone is staying safe during these strange and crazy times. It's just a case of staying sensible, adhering to the advice and guidance, and to quote Gary from Wargaming with Gary, stay away from the parks. Don't be tempted to go sunbathing or mingle with others. Just please be sensible, and yeah, we'll get through this. Well, that's my update to date. I hope you find it amusing or entertaining, or both. Like I mentioned before, if you want to follow me on Twitter, The link will be in the description below. But as always, thanks for watching, take care, may your dice roll well, and I'll catch you all in the next video. So bye bye for now.